Boom! What's going on, guys? My name's Zach and welcome back to this episode of EVE Online, and today we're going to be going over a subscriber requested thing. So basically a couple of lads have been asking what have I been doing in nullsec, how do I make some ISK, what sort of stuff can you collect from nullsec when you're doing like multiple things, because I'm not just like sitting there ratting mindlessly. So I thought I would jump the rock up to low sec. This is auto-money, really quiet system, which is perfect for my staging system, and I'll show you all of the, well, some of the shiny stuff which I've got, which is awesome. So in my cell can at the minute, this is all of the stuff which I'll be diving into jitter. And when I do move all this to jitter, I will be doing it all at once, because balls of steel, why not? There is an actual easy way to do it, and I did it last time with 12 bill in a freighter. It's not impossible not to get ganked, but rather than do 12 chips to jitter with like a billion each from here, I think it's like 14 jumps or something that takes absolutely ages. I'm just going to jump everything in a freighter, and it should be good. I'm sure Alfie will be really happy that we're going to be doing that again with all of this ISK, so that'll be pretty cool. But once I hit about 15 bill, we'll be doing that, and basically all we'll be doing is using like daredevil webs and hyena webs and stuff just to get the freighter into an insta warp. But more on that in a future vid. I'll probably fraps the whole thing just in case we do get ganked, because I think that'll be pretty funny, and just to hear Chris and Alfie's reaction, that'll be rather funny. So we'll just go over a few things which I've collected over the last few weeks, totaling at the minute about 9.167 bill, which is alright, I suppose. I've still got loads more stuff down in nullsec, a couple more bills worth of ships and things like that to bring up. I just couldn't fit them all in the rock on this run. In fact, I've got some minerals in there which I've just processed, so all of the crap loot sort of thing that I get from the ratting sites, etc., I'll melt down up in low sec. I know the wastage factor's not great, but rather than do it in the nullsec thing, because the station where it's at, where the reprocessing station is, it's just an absolute nightmare to get to. So I've just been jumping it up the low, reprocessing the crap, bringing all of these minerals back down to nullsec, and then just doing some manufacturing, which has been pretty nice. So this is the main cell can, and we've got all of this stuff from the solo relic site I did in that class 5. We've got some ammo, which was a mistake, I shouldn't have bought. And then it's just all like faction ammo and stuff. These shouldn't be in here. So we'll just go over some things like that. Metal scraps. So obviously I've got some sorting out to do, but you can get the general idea. Everything in here is either faction, metaphor, or at least should be metaphor, just so I don't want to reprocess that stuff because it's worth more just to sell. Fucking hell, I've got tons of ammo here. I didn't realise I had all this ammo. So a few more bits I got, me, myself and I, data, hollow reels or whatever they're called. Some nice stuff from like sites, Angel Cartel dust I got from a really cool drug site, and no, they're pretty rare I think, because I mean I've only had 2 for as long as I can remember in the game, well, the time living in nullsec and stuff, so it's really cool as well. And I got 3 skill books, and they were worth 200 mil each, and they're pretty damn awesome. I think I've got some lesser ones in here that we got the other night as well, which I'll show you. Moving on, Dreadgarista tags, just tons of them off all of the obviously the Dreadgarista rats that spawn in the belts or the sites or in the dead plexes and stuff. And we've got all the data cores from the data sites, obviously, and some more parts and things like that from, that could be from data or the relic sites, which I do. I got some covert research tools, which I got from a ghost site, which I was pretty surprised about. It wasn't a blueprint for Ascendancy, but I've got one of them already in jitter, and that's up for sale. So I was thinking about, if it doesn't sell, I'm just going to like actually try and build it. And we've got some overseers effects from all of the different, like 1010, 710, 810, etc, etc. We've got some blue loot, which was from that C5 relic, I think, and some C3 stuff I did the other day. That's like 177 mil just in them. More data stuff from data sites. Low grade crystal, which dropped from a rat, only worth 20 mil though, which, well, I suppose free-isk, innit? Loads of salvage from the sleepers, and then we move on to the main salvage here. So 1.379 bills worth of salvage, and that is pretty cool. Now some of that is from relic sites. Now all this, like the blue stuff, the T2, well, the intact salvage I would say. Ooh, some of that stuff that needs to be moved out, but I'll sort that later. And we've I think I got this from HiSec actually. We got a HiSec hole in our nullsec system. I think I did a couple of stupid fucking like 310s or whatever, and I got these, so that was pretty funny. I actually raced the thorax, so sorry bro if that was you, if you're watching this, but I got there before you. I was I think I was using me interdictor, like of all ships as well, like totally stupid. And this brings us up to the manufacturing stuff. These reactive armor hardeners, and I think these large micro jump drives, I mean they're like 280mm for the stack, like just at a right click sell price. So I've been doing tons of manufacturing, guys. It's pretty new to me. It's not really something I've been interested in the past. I mean, I've built ammo and stuff for me Mac when I was like doing some like proper like hardcore level 4 missioning a couple of years ago, but never really went beyond that. I've trained all the skills just because there was nothing else to train, and so I'm quite able to do pretty much anything. And yeah, so I've been building all the blueprints from the data sites and things like that, and I've also been building coveters, which seem to be selling pretty good at the minute. I thought for the materials you needed and the time it takes to build and sell, it was pretty worth it. And the coveter blueprints are quite cheap, so I think I've got about 1.7 bills worth of coveters at the minute. I think I've got 29 up here so far. Yeah, so I think I've got at least another 35, 40 down in nullsec to bring up once I get some space in me rock. And I've got random POS stuff here. I think that's actually just from my old POS, I wouldn't worry about that. So there's a couple of skill books here as well. This one, neurotoxin control, that's 177mm. Whoop, shut down. How long have I got? 5 minutes. Alright. So this was another one, recovery 16mm, but the drug site which I was on about earlier, I got 3 skill books, no 200mm each, and I'll show you them in jits later on. Dreadgaristas phase inversion battery and this cruise missile battery. I found the blueprints in a data site, which I was quite surprised dropped actually. It's the first ones I've actually seen drop. I don't know if you can get the tower things, but that would be pretty awesome. But I haven't really been lucky with data sites or relics, to be honest, this time round. And yeah, so all the rest of it's all dead space, Gisty A, Pithx and all that type of stuff. That's the stuff we got from the 1010, the Pithx gear, and that was that Pithx amp as well, which is 372mm. I mean, that's just ridiculous for what it does. What does it give you over the standard? Let's have a look here. Just quickly, boost amount, 45% boost, that's fucking insane. So it's probably, like on a capital ship, yeah, that's probably worth chucking on for sure, but I don't know. I mean, would you use that on a Tengu? Maybe as if you were super pimp, but not really my style. I mean, that super pimp Tengu I use for the 1010s, I mean, that's never something I normally fly. I just thought, well, just to be safe. So that's pretty much it. We've got some more, is that metaphor stuff maybe? That's why it's in there. So it's been pretty good all around. Got Dreadgaristas invols, things like that. Where's me Pythia one? That was I got this like 2 days after I went back to nullsec this time around, 1.29mm drop. And that was from a 610, I believe. It was a really good drop, that, and I got a few of that bits and pieces, so that's pretty much it, guys. I've been doing some manufacturing, some ratting, wormholing. In fact, I've been doing pretty much everything there is to do just to completely exploit the nullsec system where I'm living at. I've got a POS set up with 3 moon mining harvesters on there, grabbing us just like some crappy ores and stuff, but it all spends at the end of the day. It's free-esque. I mean, the cost of the POS, I'm sure it's only a medium one, plus we get a bonus to the fuel and things like that, so it's all just money. I mean, they always say to the lads, it's all about the setup, so the more stuff you're doing, the more ISK you're making and the less bored you're going to be, because like I said earlier, just ratting constantly is just a fucking complete nightmare after a while, unless you really enjoy ratting for long periods of time. But I can only do it like for a couple of hours max at the minute. I'll just dump the MTUs, run the sites, grab the salvage and things like that. So yeah, pretty cool. But I think it's time. I think this is going to shut down 2 minutes, so I better log off. But that was, like I say, a subscriber requested vid just about all the stuff I've collected over the last few weeks. Hope you found it interesting, guys, and I will catch you in the next episode of EVE Online. Fly safe. Laters.